So, head scratchers abound. Questions for the Reformed Calvinist tulip people. This question has to do with predetermination of all things, God's sovereignty, his meticulous control of all things, all dust particles at all times. Anything that comes to pass is not really because of a free, literally free choice that man makes, but because it was decreed and God's playing it out, acting it out, controlling it out. Now, but the Bible seems to reveal that disobedience after a command is given and after a warning is given is the response is a consequence or a blessing. As a matter of fact, I guess challenge a Calvinist Reformed tulip person to find scripture where there isn't a warning, a command, and then when the punishment comes, it comes because they didn't obey the command or the warning. It's never been different. And that pattern continues all the way through the Bible, over 1,180 chapters. This is just a few. Feel free to look them up. I guess the other challenge would be, how are these not lies by God? You reveal that there's a condition. You tell us to follow it. You give a warning, and I'm talking God talking. God gives the warning saying, don't do this or it will not go well with you. Do not do this or I'll send pestilence. I'll send other nations against you. Yet, if everything's predetermined and decreed, the command or the warning could never be followed. Nobody could have made a choice otherwise. So it's kind of like a lie. Now, this is just a few verses. I guess another challenge I have for the Calvinist Reformers, tulipy people, is you find as many verses as I did that say something like, God predetermined all things, and irregardless of his command and his warning, people weren't really free to choose. And even though they weren't free to choose, they still got consequenced. They got the plagues. They got the nations fighting against them. They weren't protected. They were let go to their depraved minds. I don't think you're going to find any verses. As a matter of fact, that's the new challenge for the Calvinist Reformed tulip people. Find one verse where it's very clear, or even a passage where it's very clear that there was no warning given, there was no command given, there was no condition given as to which led to the result of a blessing or a curse, a blessing or a trouble, blessing or a condemnation. I don't think you'll find any. So what's the overarching question? Is God a liar? Since he continues to give commands that can never be followed because everything's predetermined and been decreed to not be otherwise. And I'll come back with a part 2. Head scratchers abound.